part-time hijabis.
The relatable converts.
So, welcome back to our channel.
Thank you for tuning in again.
And today, we're gonna get heavy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Heavy.
When tragic strikes.
When tragic strikes.
Is that what it's supposed to
When
be?
tragedy strikes. How you thought?
Oh, you're right. when tragedy strikes. Tragic. Well, it's tragic.
It is tragic when tragedy strikes. So we're talking about today 4 kind of big things. There was the shooting at the synagogue,
The mail bombings from Florida.
the shooting in California,
And then for kind of local Colorado, the Watts family, Chris Watts and his wife, 2 daughters and an unborn son.
So what we kind of wanted to talk about today is the approach of the media when referencing these perpetrators particularly. Also, it's important to know that in none of these conversations and isolated instances that we're talking about will we be discussing gun control. At least not today.
No.
That is not the focus of this conversation.
We will be talking about how the perpetrators are,
White.
how the media displays them also,
Yeah.
as opposed to how they would portray non-white perpetrators.
Yes. Or non-Christian perpetrators.
That too.
So I think one of the major things to consider when these things go down is you think of your initial reaction.
Sadness,
yeah.
shock, right?
Sadness and shock. And I think all of America feels that way when these things occur. But what the difference is that I think Muslim people in particular, or black and brown people, will be kind of on the edge of their seat. The initial reaction is sadness, and almost right after is, what's the name? What's the name? And then you wait on it, and they're like, shooter, Robert Douglas, and you're like, thank goodness, because I was so worried that it was going to be it's not even thank goodness, but I was so worried that it was going to be a Muslim person, and in that instance I wouldn't even be able to grieve the lives lost because I immediately have to be now on the defensive.
Yes.
From strangers, friends and family alike. I wouldn't say that family and friends go out of their way to directly and verbally attack
No,
you.
but their posts or whatever,
But their
social
posts,
media,
their Facebook
or
posts.
comments, they can be very aggressive, especially if you have them coming from multiple people.
And targeted,
Very targeted, yes.
And I think for Ange, that led to her dismissal of Facebook. Really, she didn't.
Yeah.
She wasn't really on it. After that, it just was too much. For me, it led to the dismissal of most family. Not by me though. But I do not shy from controversy. I embrace it, and I love it, and I hug it and snuggle it at night.
And that's where we're different, because I pretty much try to avoid controversy at all costs.
Yeah.
I hate conflict. But it's a very important topic and something that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
So we want to bring it to light.
I think that the media also considers, they're careful in how they deliver it. When it's a white, in this case, especially with the synagogue shooting, there wasn't much defense the media could take. It was blatant anti-Semitism. But that didn't call for a war on racism or a war on white supremacists or any of that. It kind of just was that super sad, and
which it is, of course. We're not trying to diminish that in any way.
It is sad,
but just how the media portrayed it was just kind of like, oh man, that really sucks.
Right, and same thing with the shooting in California. It was this guy. He's suffered from
military,
ex-military, and he suffers from PTSD.
So
And
it's
it's-
mental illness,
and
and that
it's
was
so-
really sad.
sad. And you know, I'm not saying that it's not mental illness. I'm not saying that that is not a thing.
No, it definitely is, and it is sad, and the people who have mental illnesses need help.
Right.
But we're just saying that the media then, it was a white man, so automatically it's mental illness.
Or there's an excuse, and we want to kind of like address the way the media coddles the white Christian American. That's what it is. I mean, and then with Chris Watts, and it was horrific, and everybody, we can all say he's a monster, you know, he is this,
I didn't want to believe it because you know what? His picture looks so nice.
right, and every single picture that was in the
He
media,
looked like
he
such a
looked like
nice
a
guy.
family guy. But let that be a Muslim man who killed his family, and it must have been because
I can only imagine the picture.
Right, right. The picture would be of him in, you know, like a jalabia.
Yeah, in his
And
traditional
He probably
gear
just slaughtered a lamb.
for Eid.
For
You know,
Eid.
they picked the picture from the holiday where he's like covered in blood.
Yeah, and you're like, look at this murderer. But you leave it to Chris Watts in this situation, and there's not a single picture that you can find of him that we've been exposed to where he looks compromised in any sense of the word.
He doesn't look like a bad
We can't
guy.
even find like a picture of him with 2 chins. Or we're like, oh, he looks
Right,
like-
dang, he's like a little chunky. Like,
Yeah.
no, he just looks great.
you know?
But yeah,
But let that
had
be a
been,
Muslim person or a Muslim man, and the reasons, you know, like,
or a black man.
Or a
even.
black
A black man, he would have looked so damn angry.
yeah, exactly.
They would have found that one picture where he was like,
Yeah, where he's looking at them, his college football picture where he's not smiling at all.
right?
You know, and in those instances, it's just like, and especially with this Chris Watts situation, you're like, what happened? What could he do?
Yeah.
You know, like why would he do that?
But
But if it was a Muslim man, it would have been like, you know why he killed her, right? She was probably talking to the neighbor. She probably was saying hello and he didn't like it. Or she wanted some basic freedoms and he ripped them away from her and her life and her kids and everything. You know? We will make up a whole story in our minds, justification as to why they did what they did.
But it's also because the media is feeding us a very specific
Rhetoric.
rhetoric. Yeah. So
Propaganda.
we want you to take a step outside of that and I don't want to say expand your boundaries, but just don't
Expand
take
your
it.
mind. Realize what you're being fed.
Don't take it for face value. Yeah, there's more to the story.
Yeah.
Um,
And every story, and it's not even just that. It doesn't matter if there's more or less in the story. Religion never played a part. Ever.
in any of these
in
recent
any-
cases, right?
In general.
Or any of them.
When the Boston bomber, who was a Muslim man, that was not because he was Muslim, just as much as the guy who went into the California bar this past
Oh, and his religion had nothing to
His
do with
religion
it.
has nothing to do
Oh
with it.
yeah, but because the guy was Muslim, his religion was brought into it.
Right.
So how come we're not saying?
And now Islam and ISIS are they're the best of friends in that situation, in that rhetoric. Not really. Guys? I shouldn't have to.
No, but how come when something happens with a white perpetrator, their religion isn't being questioned or under attack?
Yeah. You know, it's just something that we want you to be conscious of. And if you have Muslim friends and you have Muslim family, and you're posting these things that have to do with look at how Islam just like perpetuates this idea of killing all Americans or whatever. You know, think of like how damaging that is for your friends and your family.
Yeah.
And think of how, in light of these really tragic events, how necessary love is, understanding is, caring is. There's a need for it, no matter what color, no matter what his name is, no matter who he worships, nothing.
No.
It does not, and so, I don't know, it's just a hard topic to talk about because it is one of those things where you're just like, you can't catch a break. The media doesn't let you catch a break. I want to challenge our viewers to look beyond that.
Beyond the media.
Open book. Sorry.
Just get perspective.
You know, talk to people.
Don't have tunnel
who
vision.
make you uncomfortable. You know, I've had conversations with people I know very closely that will say stuff like, yeah, but like you don't even know like what a Muslim lady is wearing under there. Like she could be wearing a bomb. Okay, well, what about a nice Christian lady? That little cute purse that she's got there. Maybe she's got a bomb in there too.
Right.
You know, it has nothing to do with their faith
No.
at all.
So talk to people who make you feel slightly uncomfortable. Talk to them with an open mind.
Yeah.
Don't come into it on the defensive.
Challenge yourself.
Ask questions. Listen.
Yeah.
That goes in all directions. Muslims to non-Muslims. You know, non-Muslims to Muslims. Like,
Growing is uncomfortable. So you need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and have uncomfortable conversations in order to grow as a person. Unless your goal is to be the same immature person you've been your whole life. In that case,
she's just kidding.
just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, challenge yourself, grow, challenge yourself to grow, challenge yourself to do things and have conversations that make you uncomfortable and challenge your ideals and
Gain perspective and be woke.
be woke.
All that cool terminology.
All that cool terminology. You know, but yeah, challenge yourself to look beyond what you're being fed. You know? And acknowledge what you're being fed and critique that and analyze it and compare it against other things you're being fed, you know? Don't just eat blindly. Smell your food first type stuff, you know?
Speaking of being fed and smelling food.
Thanksgiving!
Thanksgiving is next week.
Thanksgiving is next
So
week.
look forward to our vlog for Thanksgiving.
We're super excited. We're going to tackle eating and Black Friday and also our approach to the holidays as Muslim Americans. So thank you guys so much for watching and bearing with us through this rather controversial video.
We hope you still like us and we'll come back to see our next videos.
And if you don't, just kidding. Like and subscribe below.
It's over here.
Over there. And we appreciate you guys so much. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks.